Hello and welcome. I'm walking from Ayala Mall in Cebu City, the Philippines, back to my condo in Lahug. And it is approximately 2 kilometers, pretty busy street all the way. I walk about 1 kilometer this direction, and then I take a left and walk on about another kilometer or more past IT Park up to my condo. That street we just crossed, very busy street near Ayala Mall. No traffic lights at all. People just go, and they make it work. Traffic lights would actually probably back the traffic up and create more issues than not having traffic lights there. But I thought I'd show you along the way the route that I take, often walk. Day or night, I never feel danger. I can stop along here and talk to just about anybody, and they're always happy to talk to me. Being a foreigner, I guess, is part of that. Many Filipinos say that Filipinos aren't as friendly as they used to be, but because I'm a foreigner, it seems people are interested in talking to me, learning a little bit about other countries. And I've never felt, only a couple times in the year and a half that I've been here have I felt a little bit nervous. Once was about 1 a.m. in the morning. I stopped, talked to some people, and some of the questioning seemed a little too personal, a little too soon. It's not unusual to get personal questions, but the direction that was going just did not seem real comfortable to me, so I dismissed myself from the situation and continued on my way, and made sure to check back, make sure no one was following me. But generally, I feel very safe out here on the streets. 2 months, the 2 months that I was retired before I left the U.S., to get acclimated, to get used to walking and using public transportation, I did that in Phoenix, Arizona, and I felt less safe there. There are aggressive people out on the street, panhandlers, just people who want to pick your pocket. I felt less safe there than I do here. You know, you need to be careful and watch your back wherever you go. But generally, most people here are friendly. Cebu City is supposedly the second largest city in the Philippines after Manila. It's not even close to the size of Manila. Manila, I think, is 22 million or more. I've heard several figures. I don't think anybody really knows how big this city is. I've heard 1 million. I've heard 3 million. The other day someone told me they thought it was 6 million. So I have no idea. I think there are a lot of people here that are not are never counted. People move in, move out. A lot of people move in, they're never counted in any census. A lot of stores open all night long. This is pretty much a 24-hour city, and you've got bakeries, you've got little eating establishments that are open pretty much all day long. Got the dogs and the cats wandering the streets, kids running up and down the sidewalks. It's cooler in the evening, so more people, some people come out at night. It's not unusual to walk in the street. The sidewalks in many places are in disrepair, to say the least, and they're not well lit, especially at night. I took a couple little tripped on curbs and holes because they're not lit very well. And I'm watching for people and vehicles and dogs that are sleeping on the sidewalk. And that tall building in the upper part of your screen, you can see it lit up a little bit. That is a condominium project. I did a video when that was under construction, and I believe it's called condo construction in the Philippines, something like that. And it was actually most places won't let you into their complexes when they're under construction. They actually let me in, took me up to the top floor up there. Used a construction elevator to get up there. The Bureau of Internal Revenue, I believe their tax people building is just to the right here. And just up ahead is a food stand that opens up in the evening. These taxi drivers will park here and go up there to eat. And lots of stands, lots of food stands open up at night. They just come out on the street or beside the sidewalk and set up their shops. And something that was a parking lot one place turns into a bunch of food stalls in the evening. Here we got a bunch of kids. I'm not sure what they're up to. We've got skateboards, and stopped to make sure they weren't up to no good trouble. Here's the food stand. Stop and talk to these guys a little bit. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
I'm just walking home.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah. What's that step?
What's that step?
I've stepped there many times. I live up by JY Square, and I walk from the mall. Ayala. Good exercise. I meet so many camera. I meet so many nice people along the way.
And Cebuano, Silara.
Yeah.
Camera, Silara.
Celara.
Camera,
I know.
Silara.
I know Guapa.
You
I know
Guapa?
Salamat.
Yeah.
Is this your wife?
This is my sister.
Sister, She's a good cook, huh? Okay. But no, I love Cebu City and the Philippine people, so friendly. So,
Thank you very much.
yeah. This area to the right here, just kind of a dirt gravel area. Twice last year, once at Christmas, once at New Year, there was a guy had a bunch of hot coals there, and he's roasting the pig right there for their parties. So I guess you can just do that any place you want. Just start your coals on fire and get your pig and go to roasting. This building to the right, there's a takeaway store, like a convenience store down below, and you go upstairs. I stopped to ask the security guard. There's a bar upstairs up there. Something I rarely see in the Philippines. Many cities in the U.S., as you walk down the street, there'll be bars, especially in Wisconsin. There'll be bars up and down the different streets. Very seldom see that here. I don't know if they're hidden away or if people just go and drink in their homes, probably because they can't afford to go out to the bars. The malls have eating and drinking establishments. And here you got to be a little bit careful. A lot of these bikes and trucks and jeepneys use this gasoline station, petrol station, use it as a shortcut instead of going down to the corner and taking a right. They cut through the petrol station. So I've almost been run over a couple times. So this is one of the few intersections that actually has traffic lights. Sometimes they'll have a traffic policeman out there in the middle trying to direct traffic during extra busy times. And if I would take a right there, that's Salinas Street, and walk probably a kilometer and a half, perhaps, I would run into SM Mall. The barangay or village of Mabolo is down that way. But I take a left here, back that to the left of me now is where I came from, Ayala Street. Going up this street, Salinas Street, that will take me up near IT Park, which is it's a commercial district, a lot of call centers there, a lot of restaurants, several condos, higher end condos. As soon as you enter IT Park, prices go up substantially. And lots of people living in little homes right off the street here, lots of little stores. Lots of people will live in the backs of those stores, a little room in the backs of those stores, or upstairs. A kid playing on the motorbike. For the most part, I am not approached. The kids on these streets, for the most part, I'm not approached by people begging for money, those types of things. There are certain areas up by IT Park. There are groups of kids that will hang out there. Last night there was a group of 4 or 5 kids messing around, and first they asked me for money, and when I told them I didn't have money, they started singing Christmas carols. And it's the same group of kids all the time. I rarely give money out anymore. Occasionally I do. Sometimes I try to carry a little bit of food with me, fruit or something, to hand out instead. But you give them money, they're probably going to spend it on candy or glue. People will tell you that yeah, a lot of these kids, they're sniffing glue. And some of these streets get a little dark, but there's always street vendors up here, day and night, selling chicken and fish and peanuts and just about anything you want you can get out here. Popcorn. But it gets a little crowded during lunchtime, dinner time. There'll be a lot of people out here. A lot of people don't cook at home, and they don't have refrigerators, so they eat off of these food stands out here on the street. There's the sign, one of a couple of entrances that go into Cebu IT Park, Information Technology Park. Lots of coffee houses down here, lots of restaurants, everything from McDonald's, Jollibee's, to Italian, to there's a place that tries to pass off Mexican food. It doesn't look like Mexican food. It doesn't taste like Mexican food. But you can have, I'm going to do another video about some of the new food places in here. There's a new Hawaiian food place down here that I had some fish at a couple weeks ago. It was really quite good. So here in the next week or so, I'll do another video about some of the places in IT Park. This is a busy corner going into IT Park. It's a major stop for the jeepneys. Drop people off, pick people up going into these areas. Motorbike taxis off to the right here. Vendors selling cigarettes and candy to different types of foods. And across the street also is, go across the street, there's an entrance right near this area. It takes you into a waterfront hotel area. and that's where the U.S. consulate is. Lots of it's high-end hotel, waterfront hotel. Nice restaurants in there. Street gets a little dark out here. I'm a little surprised that they don't put a few more street lights out, but it does get a little dark in places. These streets and sidewalks are definitely not set up for people with handicaps, if like a wheelchair, or if you're using a cane or something. You know, there are a lot of obstacles in the way, so they really got a long ways to go. Taxi ride from Ayala Mall to where I live up here in Lahug usually costs me between 75 and 85 pesos. When they drop the flag in these metered taxis, it starts at 40 pesos, and then there's a kilometer rate that is charged. They don't, unlike the U.S., where there's also a major time factor involved in the rate. Taxi drivers don't make much when they're sitting in traffic here, unlike the U.S. and probably many other countries in the world. So they really don't like getting tied up in traffic. And do more of a business district here, different motorbike taxis. Small little restaurants, got a 7-Eleven up here, a couple other convenience type stores. It's not uncommon for people to purchase their beer in the I haven't seen them do it in front of the 7-Eleven. They have a couple little tables on the outside, but another convenience store just down the road, there's a group of people buy their beer and then sit outside there and drink the beer. Something that is not illegal in most U.S. cities. I think you get by with it in Las Vegas probably. Unlike some places in the U.S., when people drink here, I have not seen them get rowdy and obnoxious. I've seen a few groups of people sitting out, very friendly, invite me over, and I've always declined that. But anyway, here you have a chicken Inasal. Right to my right here, this is where I turn. I go down LaGuardia Street. There are, I think, 3 or 4 different condos down this street. And there's a restaurant here across the street is a place called Republic Pizza, where it's kind of like a Subway store. You pick your own ingredients, what you want on your pizza, and they just across the street there's Republic Pizza. And you pick the items you want on their pizza, and it's amazing how fast they're able to cook that up. But anyway, thank you for coming along on the trip. It gets real dark down this street. I walked down to my place, way down at the end of the street, about 3 or 4 blocks. So please subscribe, share, and like, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe.